Hello, and let's get into Genesis 1:9, New International Version. And God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear." And it was so. New Living. Then God said, "Let the waters beneath the sky flow together into one place, so dry ground may appear." And that is what happened. King James. And God said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. Now, here's something. One place. Not multiple places. So it sounds like if you want to take this literal, there wouldn't be lakes, rivers, ponds, none of that. Maybe. Or a metaphor. And amplified, then God said, "Let the waters below the heavens be gathered into one place, of standing, pulling together, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. Yes. Aramaic Bible in plain English. And God said, "The waters shall be gathered that are lower than heaven to one region, and the dry land shall appear." And it was in this way. Oh, wow. Burned in Septuagint translation. And God said, "Let the water which is under the heavens be collected into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And the water which was under the heaven was collected into its places, and the dry land appeared. That's added. Interesting. The Septuagint translation, last sentence, doesn't appear in any other translations. A little suspicious. Yeah, New Heart English Bible also adds, "And the waters under the sky gather to their gathering, and the dry land appeared." Yeah, I think that gets covered by "and it was so." New American Bible says the same thing. "The water under the sky was gathered into its basin, and the dry land appeared." And of course, I have to read Young's literal translation. "And God saith, Let the waters under the heavens be collected unto one place, and let the dry land be seen." And it was so. Because, water together. Let's see, Eliot, or Ellicott, or whatever. "Let the waters be gathered together," a verb. As Genius shows, refers rather to the concentration of water, which, as we have seen, was impossible till the surface of the earth was made cool by the radiation of heat into the open expanse around it. Yes. In other words, Earth. Here's the science lesson for today. Earth, in science, is believed to be a point where it was molten, and water could not form. Then it cooled. Water can form one place. The ocean bed. We must add the vast depths of the ocean to the heights of the mountains before we can rightly estimate the intensity of the force that at work on the third day. Vast too as the surface of the ocean may appear, compared with the dry land, it is evidently only just significant to supply the rain necessary for vegetation, where it lessens least either the laws of evaporation must be, where at least either the laws of evaporation must be altered, with painful and injurious effects, or much of the Earth's surface would be barren. This change in the laws of evaporation. Or, I guess how the Earth works. I think he just means like the cooling down of the Earth, in a way. Because, yeah, the Earth is all molten lava. And yeah, it'll all go away. And there is no way to prove or disprove that the laws of evaporation are to change. Anyway, dry land appeared simple as this might appear, yet it yet requires simple provision on the part of the Creator, for otherwise the various materials of Earth would have arranged themselves in kinetic strata according to their destiny. Okay. And upon them the water would have reposed eventually above it there, but geologists tell us that these strata have been broken up and distorted below by volcanic agencies, while the surface has been forward and warmed by the drain power of water. This was the third day work. By the cooling of the Earth's crust, the Earth's vast mass of waters, which now covers 2/3 of the Earth's surface, and which hitherto has existed only as vapor, began to condensate and pour down upon the Earth as rain. Meanwhile, the Earth parted with its initial heat, but slowly and thus, while its crust grew stiff, there was within a mass of molten fluid, as this would be acted upon by the gravity of the sun and moon, in just the same way as the ocean is now. This intertidal wave would rupture the thin crust above, gently in lines, treading from northeast to southwest. Hence, mountain ranges and deep seabeds, modified by many changing since, but have being the same final object of providing the dry land of man's abode. Okay, I think that's a lot of summary of. Let's see. Just a minute. Charles John Eliot is best known for his renowned Bible commentary as one of the most outstanding conservative scholars of the 18th century. Oh, so that explains that. 18th century. So that everything was known, but basically, yeah, like the rising and the falling of volcano, like lava plumes that push up crust going under other crust, that volcanoes or crust hitting each other that make convergent plates that make mountain ranges. I know I'm giving really bad explanation. Like the Indian plate, they hit the Asian plate and started pushing up the Himalayas and things like that. I don't think it really has anything to do with the moon or the sun. But, yeah. Okay, day 3. Pulpit. The distribution of the land and water and the production of vegetation on this day entangled the formation of energy of the world of Elohim. That's just the Hebrew word for God and all other things. And God said, "Let the waters of under heaven be gathered into one place, and let the dry land appear." To explain the second part of this phenomenon, as a consequence of the first, the closure of the solid ground by the remnant of the waters from its surface, not rather vice versa, is to reverse the ordinary processes of nature. Modern archaeology suggests that the breakup of the universal ocean into seas, lakes, and rivers was affected by the upheaval of the land through the action of subterranean fires. Well, that's a weird way of saying the mantle, but lava, yeah, that. Or the substance of the Earth's crust in consequence of the cooling and shrinking of the inner mass. Psalm 104 verse 7 hits at electric agency in connection with the elevation of the mountains and the sinking of the ocean beds. At thy rebuke, the waters fled, and at the voice of thy thunder they hastened away, were scattered. The mountains rose and the valley sank. Yeah, okay. The gathering of the waters into one place implies no more than that they were, from this day forward, to be collected into one vast body and restrained within bounds in a place by themselves, so as to omit of the exposure of the earth's soil. Yes. There's some commentaries for you to think about. Let's see. And God, Elohim, still plural. Still plural. Maybe because there's a Trinity. Said to earth, say, let the waters, water, juice, urine, special male substance, under, bottom, below, in lieu of, heavens, sky, for the sky, to be gathered, to bind together, collect, to accept, into, near, with, among, to, one, unite, one first, place, a standing, a spot, a condition. So the dry land, dry ground, may appear, to see, and it was, to fall out, to come to pass, become, to be, come, be, so, thus. Yeah, let's go with in Spain, philosophy, and maybe some of my other stuff. Yeah. Goodbye. But I pressed the button. Yes.